I'm author Lin Lustig, and I want art in my books, especially chibi art, which is why I have donned myself the name of the chibi author. And so I'm doing it myself because it's a lot of art, like 90 pieces of art in the first book, and the next one's coming. So, takes a bit. But I just recently released the first book and I've been very excited about it. And so I wanted to draw a special chibi for my newsletter people. And so they got to experience it first a few weeks ago. But now I get to share it with you guys as well. This is actually based a little bit off of what I did. So Pith right here. Pith is my main character, as well as Black Braid. Hopefully you can tell which one's Black Braid. But Pith is a lot like me, / I'm a lot like Pith for reasons. But she's a bit of a uncoordinated, might be a good way to describe her. But she's a bit optimistic. She's a bit naive. But she's also very kind. And so we have a very classic grumpy sunshine situation between them. So right now, to help celebrate, Pith is opening a bottle of champagne and it goes awry. I opened a bottle of champagne for the release, and although I managed to keep the cork under wraps, the pop came much more aggressively than I was expecting, and I may have squealed a bit, and it may have been caught on camera. So that's on my Instagram. But more importantly, this is actually one of the most frustrating chibis I have done in a long time. I could not get the proportions right. I could not get just like the look of the characters to actually suit what is in my head for them. It was just driving me insane. And honestly, I still don't like the final outcome, but you guys will get to decide for yourself on whether or not it works. Every time an artist looks at their own work, it's hard not to see, of course, all of the really horrible things. It's like, no, that's wrong, that's also wrong. I couldn't do that right, blah, blah, blah. But it also is really nice when you do get to look at art and be like, yeah, I made that. That's awesome. This is not one of those, which is fine. Like, chances are someone who is not an art enthusiast or chibi enthusiast would look at several of my pieces and just be like, oh yeah, they're cute. End of story. Whereas I look at several of my pieces and cringe, as you do. There's early pieces in my first book that are not the best, especially when I tried playing with perspective. Oh friends, perspective is very hard. But I wanted them in the book regardless, because art was kind of the point. Making a special art edition of a book it was a lot of fun. And I look forward to working on book 2, which is currently underway. I'm working on the what number of drafts is this? I've had to rewrite the second half a few times because I am quite the stickler for getting the feel of the novel correct. And right now it's not doing what I need it to do, especially for what stage the characters are in for the story. So they've had, of course, some character arc changes in the initial book, but now we need to carry them through. And we have a carry through plot line that needs to be resolved as well. So I am taking my time, somewhat inadvertently. Things got a lot slower after I moved to Luxembourg, and I don't know why. I still don't know why, but yeah, I'm just a little slower anymore. Sigh. But as you can see on this silly chibi, I keep making adjustments because I cannot get it to do what I need it to do. I just could not get it to look right. And I have no idea. Sometimes this just happens. And that's at one point you just have to call it and move on because no amount of messing with it is going to actually fix it at some point. So, but you guys are lovely and patient for sitting here and watching this lovely disaster. It is a really cute concept though, and I really love the idea of Pith popping this right in Black Braid's face because she totally would. They have some pretty fun antics happening back and forth in the books. And so I hope you guys go and give them a read. There's actually a link down below to my Amazon page. It's also free with Kindle Unlimited. So go give it a look. And then like, subscribe, comment, and come back soon But first, keep being an amazing human. All right, see you soon. Bye.